Hey y'all, this is Tyler Blake from TylerBlakeArt.com, and this is day 91 of my 100 days of making comics, so I'm getting really close. And this morning I was working some more on tightening up the pencils on the second frame there. I'm mostly like agonizing over like hands and fingers and stuff like that at this point. There's something about his head or the angle there that it's frustrating because I can't quite identify what it is. I just know that it doesn't quite feel right. So I'll keep playing around with it until I'm happy with it. And for something this size, like I've inked almost, I would say, in the high 90 percentile range. The stuff on this project I've inked with a brush pen, and I tend to kind of go, I tend to kind of hop from brush to brush, and I'll find there'll be something that frustrates me about one of them, and I'll put it aside, and I'll pick up one of the other ones, and I'll go, oh yeah, this is a good pen, and then I'm like, yeah, but it does this thing, and it's almost like the Kuretake. I almost always get like the finest line and the most responsive reaction out of it, but then sometimes like the ink tends to kind of want to blob out, especially if I'm holding it vertically, and I can't have that, so. Also, the ink that Kuretake does is not waterproof, but you can get the carbon ink cartridges, and those are waterproof. So, and then they fit in the pen fine, so that's not a big deal. The Pentel one, the pocket brush, a lot of people really like that one, and I've just never liked it as much as the Kuretake, and I've tried because I figured if I could get that, if I could get the same control with that I do with the Kuretake, it would be perfect because the cartridges are already waterproof and it's, everything's readily available and all that. But it just doesn't, I think it just has to do with the overall shape of the bristle tip. It's just a lot easier to put just a hair too much pressure and get like a radically thicker line than what I intended. And so that sometimes I'll just use the Pentel pocket brush for large black areas. And save the Kuretake for anything that I want to get good detail on. And then sometimes, like, on when I was working on the face right here, if it's something really small and I'm not, like, really confident in my line, I'll go grab a technical pen and just at least get the basic lines in place, and then I might thicken them up with a brush. I might, my point is that I might do, because I'm not really worried about this one, but this hand I might do with a technical pen and then doctor it up. I don't know, we'll see. And I got started with the brush pens a couple years ago, and the first time I really used it was, I think it was like 2016 during Inktober. And, for those of you who might not be familiar with it, Inktober was started by Jake Parker. And the idea is that you ink every day. It doesn't matter how long, it's just that you're doing something in ink every single day, and at the end of the month you're better at inking. And it works really well. And kind of a similar, and isn't that really the point of every challenge out there? And I'm thinking of art challenges, but you could probably take that out into a much broader context. That the point of taking part in any challenge is probably to improve in some facet of that thing. So I've throughout the course of the 100 Days challenge, I feel like I've gotten better at sequential art by leaps and bounds, because this is the first time I got over my fear of not having the characters look the same from frame to frame, and just did it. But I feel like I've definitely gotten better at inking. I think I've gotten better at figure drawing, and I feel a lot more comfortable controlling the brush pens now too. So the challenge is great, and if you're an artist who has considered doing the challenge, but you're holding back for whatever reason it is, it doesn't really matter what your reason is, but if you're holding back, I would definitely encourage you to do it. If it doesn't turn out perfect, that doesn't mean you're not going to win the lottery, right? The Earth will still rotate on its axis, and the sun's still going to rise, but you will get better at your craft if you pursue it diligently this way. So, anyways, that's where I'm at. I think I'll probably get to inking that panel tomorrow, but I can't say for sure. And then this one has a lot of loose pencils too, and then there's things that I know I'm going to want to adjust, like this hand is like kind of big and goofy looking to me, so excuse me. Anyways, I've rambled on enough, I reckon. So thanks for watching, and I will see y'all tomorrow. So keep on reading comics, making comics, and buying comics. Bye bye.